Welcome back, everyone. And if you don't know my first guest, you're not paying attention because we see this young man's name over here, everywhere. Brandon Vandershot.
Yes,
from Coldwell Lifestyles Realty. We're going to see your face on those signs, selling a house somewhere in Grey and Bruce counties, but you're also a huge sponsor with Rogers coverage of the Owen Sound Attack game. So,
absolutely, yeah. We try and keep our face in the community as much as we can and give back wherever we can, so yeah.
All right, fantastic. Now, as I was telling you when you came in today, after you were on a little while ago.
Yeah, a couple of months back now, yeah.
Yeah, and the episode aired on Facebook, and I had so many people saying to me, next time he's on, ask him this, ask him this, ask him this.
Perfect.
It's been a while, so I do have a couple of those questions.
Perfect. Before we start, though,
sure.
I got to plug my own stuff here.
Yes.
If you have those questions, give me a call. I think my contact info was up at the beginning, and I know it comes up at the end, so give me a call if you have any questions, and more than happy to chat. So, but anyway, the questions you've got in the bank.
The one that I can think of now, it's been a month or so, and it was a young couple that were wanting to buy their first home.
Yep.
And wanting to know what advice you would give them in starting that process, young couple buying a first home.
Absolutely. First step I would, number one, recommend, relax. It's easy to say, hard to do. But there's a lot of homework that goes into it. This is, realistically one of the biggest purchases you're ever going to make in your life. So you want to make sure that you're doing as much due diligence as possible. And that means everything from, which mortgage broker you use to, how many times you view the house, the home inspections. You just want to find some agent that you trust that's going to take the time and explain everything to you, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to consider, and the last thing you want is to be feeling like you're pressured or being pushed in a direction to do one thing when maybe it's not what you want to do. So my first recommendation is you got to really pick the people that are around you and make sure that they're getting you in the right direction. They've got the right impression.
Make sure it's people that, as you said, you feel comfortable with, people
Absolutely.
You trust. And that was, and I guess they were, again, with mortgage companies, that was, I guess a lot of them were asking friends, people that have used certain mortgage companies, asked for their reviews, what they thought of the service, that kind of thing. But there's quite a few mortgage people available here in Owen Sound and the area. So
absolutely, and in any of the banks, obviously, if you have history at one bank, it's good to go and talk to them and find a lender or one of the brokers in there that you're comfortable with and you're okay chatting with. And if you feel that they're working for you, then continue working with them. But if you don't, you're not bound to them. Go on to the next thing and look at some other opportunities, because like you said, they're definitely out there. And if you need help finding them, again, give me a call. We can help.
Okay. Another question was in selecting your realtor, who you want looking for a house for you, right? And I said, well, that's easy, just pick.
I was going to say I'm a little biased to this one, if I'm honest with you, but
is it a crapshoot? Is it, unless you know somebody, is it really just?
I mean, at the end of the day, with the way the internet's formed and worked, a lot of us, we all have the same data in front of us. So it comes down to who you're comfortable with. And one of the things that I'm going to say is kind of plagued the industry. I'm going to get some flack for that. I'm not a big fan, but there's a piece of paper called the buyer rep agreement, and never, ever, ever sign one of those. There's very, very few situations where that's to your benefit at all. So never sign one of those. And interview agents, go sit down with them. Don't always go to a house first. Maybe go grab a coffee with them. Or if you do go to a house, kind of watch the way they answer things and make sure you're comfortable with them and that you trust what they're telling you. Because if you don't want to get caught in something that they're holding back or that they may have missed. So you want to make sure 100% that they're working in your interest.
And trust is a huge part of
massive,
especially as you said, it's one of the biggest purchases that these people are going to make in their lives. So it's good for at least 25 years, right?
That's exactly it. That's exactly. So and you want to make sure that you're comfortable and that the market kind of ran a little bit last year, and we had a lot of people coming into our office who were panicked, and you got to kind of put all that aside and do what's right for you. So if that means, you walk into a house and there's multiple offers and you're just not quite ready to pull the trigger on it yet, don't pull the trigger.
Right.
I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason, but there's always going to be another one come up. You just got to take your time, weed through. Right. Exactly. It's very exciting. You get a bit of anxiety in going forward because you're excited. You want to buy something. Let's go. but you want to make sure, like you said, you could be talking 25 years. So you want to make sure that what you're getting is exactly what you're expecting.
Okay, so everybody reads the newspaper, everybody understands that that this region has had a boom over the past, has it been the last couple of years?
It's been building. It's been slowly building. We were kind of holding on a very, not level, but a very average trajectory as we were kind of going in this last year. I think we saw a 12% jump year over year in price alone. So we've had a heck of a year, absolutely. But again, I still follow the same principles. My job here is to connect you with what you're looking for, and that's up to me to kind of weed through it and make sure that I'm putting you in a situation that if the table were flipped, you would do the same to me.
Right, exactly, and people can't argue that.
No, that's exactly, well, that's what you want at the end. I hope that's what you want at the end of the day, so.
That's right. So any other points, things you want to touch on?
At the end of the day, take your time, chat. I mean, even from there, for sellers, one of the things to do, you know, it's time to start thinking about it. If you're considering putting it on the market, start having people out now, so then, you know, as the market really starts to get warm, then you can really take advantage of it, and you're ready that you can do it at the drop of a hat once you've made your final decision. You know, you started cleaning up the house, you painted certain things, whatever. Just, there's preparation work that can be done.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So in the news recently as well, Owen Sound has announced that there's new housing developments in the works. I'm not sure exactly when they're going to happen, but in that area near the Owen Sound Hospital. So that's being developed even further up there. So I think the figure was up around 300 units of differing style of housing. So what does that mean for the area?
Well, it's obviously very exciting. We're getting some new inventory. It's one of the complaints that we do here in Owen Sound is that we don't seem to have enough new and not enough ranging. So like you said, when they're bringing in the different styles of homes, that's very exciting to me, and I'm hoping there's more than 3 floor plans all said and done. But it's awesome to see a project like that coming to our area, because that's one of the things that's kind of been stagnant, is we don't have those newer builds happening within the boundaries of the city. And I know there's a couple other ones I can't even tell you about yet, but there's other stuff that's in the works too currently. That there's
phone him at the office. He'll tell you.
But there's different projects that are going on, and the city's definitely gotten a lot of interest. And I mean, I hate to plug them, but well, I don't hate to plug them, but I have to hand it out to council because they've made themselves very open to being a developer-friendly city.
And that is one thing they promised last election, is that they would be open to those things, and they obviously are keeping their word. Absolutely. Brandon Vandershot, how old are you?
22.
22 years old.
Yes,
you
sir.
have become such a big player in this business. And anything you need, folks, give Brandon Vandershot a call at Coldwell Banker Realty. I trust this guy, and I've only met him twice. So thanks very much, Brandon,
pleasure.
for coming
Thank you
out.
for having me.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more Grey County Life.